I have a good comment for your notes. Now's the time to fix the next 10 years. Now, sometimes you have to come to grips with reality and with truth. That's what was good for me when I met Mr. Schoaf. I was 25 years old. He was 44 years old. And he brought me a wealth of experience, and he started asking me the tough questions. Big question, he said, are you reading the books that's going to take you where you want to go in the next 5 years? Excellent question. So you want to make sure. I would assume for all of you, to get where you want to be in the next 5 years, you're either reading the right books or you're not. That's kind of a brilliant statement, right? You're either engaged in the disciplines or you're not. But here's what we don't want to engage in. Disillusion. Hoping without acting. Wishing without doing. So the key is to take a look and say, where am I? What could I do to make the changes, to make sure that I can take more certain daily steps toward the treasure I want, the mental treasure, the personal treasure, the spiritual treasure, the financial treasure. I don't want to make any errors. Now's the time to adjust my daily program to take me where I want to go. You might draw a little circle. This is where you are. 10 years from now you could be here, or 10 years from now you could be here. And the difference in 10 years between here and here could be significant in money and lifestyle, treasures, equity. In 10 years, an incredible difference, but right here, a small difference in the change of discipline, the change of thinking to start you on this journey versus this journey. Now, it's also very important intellectually to know whether or not you're headed this way or this way. And once you decide, 10 years from now, I think that the gathering of my intellectual and personal and spiritual and moral and economic treasure may not be that great. The key is to start right now making these changes to walk this new road. But here's what's exciting to me. Just a few daily disciplines makes a great deal of difference in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Just a few daily disciplines. Whether you wind up here or here. Good question. 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. The question is, where? We don't want to kid ourselves about where. We don't want to kid ourselves about the road we're walking. I had a day shortly after I met Mr. Schoaf called Do Not Kid Myself Anymore Day. I don't want to go disillusioned anymore. I was using the cross-finger theory back when I was 25, 24, 23. I finally decided that the cross-finger theory was not going to get me what I wanted. That isn't where the treasure lies. That I'm going to have to make sure which of these ways I'm headed. But a few reading disciplines and a few disciplines of mind and a few disciplines of activity, and you can make all the difference in the world whether you wind up here or whether you wind up here. But just a few changes. Sometimes we get the idea that we're doing about 10% and there's about 90% more that we need in order to make the difference for our fortune. And probably the opposite is true. We're doing enough things to have bought and shared in the good life so far. And maybe all you need is that extra 5%, 10% of intellectual change, activity change, a refinement of discipline, a refinement of thought. And all we need is the ideas to make those simple changes. And the equity starts gathering in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10. So here's one of the key questions of the evening. Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Good question. What are you going to do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Now see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what? It's gonna be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are going to be like. Look at the last 5. Because the next 5 are going to be like the last 5 unless you, major key, tomorrow, change it all. Or change a little, or change something, or don't change. It's choice time. You can do whatever you want. But it's nice to know any day you wish you can change your whole life. What can you do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Good question. What can you do with economic chaos, massive disappointment? What can you do with a broken heart? What can you do when it won't work? Good question. If you want your life to change, here's the source of it all. Ideas plus inspiration. Now, ideas are not that far away. Everything you need is within reach. The ideas you need for life change or business change is within reading reach. It's within listening reach. There's probably a library not too far from you. The problem is, right, there's a library there, but most people drive by. Very few drive in. Do you know how many people own a library card in the United States? 3%. And guess how much they cost? Nothing. Wow. But see, it's within reach. Now, the key is, who's going to reach? There's a simple Bible phrase, and I'm an amateur on the Bible, but here's what it says. If you search, you will find. But it's very important to know that finding is reserved for the searchers. We don't find what we need, we find what we search for. Needing is not the prerequisite to getting value. You can't be a needer, you have to be a searcher. But if you'll search, if you'll try, if you'll go, if you'll listen, ideas are within reach. And ideas are life-changing. There's nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. A business idea, a social idea, an investment idea, good health idea. All you need is just the refinement of an idea to make an impact on your life. Gather treasure, gather equity, gather wealth. Because it doesn't take much to make a significant difference as the time passes. A good note for you to take. We could all use a little coaching. Listen to someone's experiences and see if it might cause for you a little moment of correction so that you can make some changes that'll add up to some extra worth in the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. All kinds of ideas, health ideas, enterprise ideas, living a better life ideas. Now, if you're excited and you're ready to change, find out how things work. The first key to doing better is find out. To change your life, really, you need ideas. There isn't anything an idea can't change. And Schoep taught me the major problem is lack of an idea, not a problem. At first, I didn't have any money. I said to Mr. Schoep, I don't have any money. He said, that's not a problem. Now, see, up until then, I always thought it was. Right? I was confused. He said, no, the problem is lack of an idea on how to create money and wealth. It isn't lack of money, it's lack of ideas. So if you get the ideas, see, you can change anything. Now, to get ideas, you need a constant study of finding out. Now, Schoep also said, when you find out something that works, consider what potential truly is. It's like a dormant seed lying beneath the soil. On the surface, it might seem insignificant, but given the right conditions, water, sunlight, and care, it can grow into something magnificent. Similarly, each of us carries within us seeds of greatness. These seeds are our talents, dreams, and innate abilities. Often, they lie dormant, not because they lack the power to grow, but because we haven't yet provided the right conditions for them to flourish. Now, you might wonder, how do we nurture these seeds? The answer lies in the power of belief, self-belief. It's the water that nourishes the seed. Believe in your abilities and your capacity to learn, adapt, and grow. Remember, the belief in oneself is like the sun's rays, essential for growth. There might be moments of doubt, of fear. These are but clouds that temporarily obscure the sun. They pass, and the sun, your belief in yourself, will shine through once more. In nurturing our potential, we must also learn to combat the weeds of negative self-talk and doubt. These weeds can choke our growing dreams if left unchecked. Picture yourself in a garden, your garden of potential. As you tend to it, you'll find weeds sprouting. Thoughts of, well, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough. Pluck these weeds out. Replace them with affirmations of your worth, your ability, and your potential. Remember, the most beautiful gardens are those that are well tended and cared for. Let's also consider the soil in which these seeds are planted, our mindset. A fertile, positive mindset allows for the greatest growth. It means viewing challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and setbacks as chances to regroup and try again. This mindset doesn't develop overnight. It requires patience,
persistence, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. It's about pushing the boundaries of what you think is possible, reaching beyond the familiar and embracing the unknown. As you tend to your garden of potential, you'll start to see the first shoots of growth, signs of your untapped abilities beginning to surface. It could be a newfound confidence, a skill you've honed, or a goal you're inching closer to. These are your successes, and they deserve to be celebrated. But remember, the journey doesn't end here. Potential is an ever-expanding landscape, and there's always more to explore, more to achieve. So, as we stand at the threshold of this grand door, the key of belief in hand, let's step through together. Behind this door lies a journey of self-discovery and growth, a journey to realizing and nurturing our potential. It's a journey that requires courage, for it involves exploring the uncharted territories, but it's also a journey filled with rewards. The rewards of personal growth, of achievements beyond what we once thought possible, and of the realization that we indeed have the ability to outclass everyone, starting with outclassing our past selves. Remember, the journey to unlocking and understanding your potential is uniquely yours. Your path, your pace, your milestones. As we embark on this journey, embrace the adventure that comes with discovering the depth of your own abilities. The world awaits the wonders you can achieve when you fully realize and harness your potential. Let's begin this adventure together with open hearts and minds, ready to explore the boundless realm of possibilities that lies within each of us. In the narrative of life, each of us is on a unique path, a journey that is both personal and profound. Imagine this path as a winding road through a dense, uncharted forest. This is the journey to excellence, a journey not just of achievement, but of self-discovery and transformation. As we embark on this path, let's explore what it truly means to outclass. Not in terms of surpassing others, but in surpassing our own previous limits and expectations. The journey to excellence starts with understanding what outclassing truly means. It's not about towering over others in triumph or measuring your worth against theirs. Instead, think of outclassing as reaching a higher vantage point on your personal path, a place where you can see more clearly, understand more deeply, and perform more profoundly. It's about personal growth, about stretching beyond the boundaries of your current self. This path is not a straight line. It's a series of twists and turns, ups and downs. It's filled with challenges that test your resolve, your resilience, and your willingness to persevere. But within these challenges lie the seeds of growth. Consider the mightiest trees in the forest. They grow strong not despite the storms, but because of them. They stretch their roots deeper, reaching for stability. In the same way, each challenge you face on this journey fortifies your resolve, deepens your understanding, and elevates your ability to excel. Part of this journey involves embracing failures, not as endpoints, but as part of the process of growth. Failures are the rough terrains on your path, the rocky grounds that seem to hinder your progress. But it is on these rough terrains that we learn the most. Each stumble, each fall teaches us something valuable. It could be a new insight into our capabilities, a lesson in humility, or a newfound strength we didn't know we possessed. Remember, the most successful people are not those who never fail, but those who never give up. As we journey through the forest, we realize that the path to excellence is as much about unlearning as it is about learning. It's about shedding old beliefs that no longer serve us, letting go of outdated notions of what we can or cannot do. This unlearning creates space for new knowledge, new skills, and new mindsets. It allows us to grow in ways we never imagined, to explore facets of ourselves we never knew existed. This path also requires a certain level of self-awareness. It demands that we listen to our inner voice, understand our strengths and weaknesses, and recognize our passions and fears. This self-awareness is like a compass on this journey, guiding us through the thickets and clearings, helping us stay true to our course. As you continue on this path, you will start to see changes in yourself. You'll find that you're stronger than you once were, more resilient, more adept at navigating life's complexities. You'll discover talents you didn't know you had and develop skills you once thought were beyond your reach. These are the milestones of your journey, the markers that show you how far you've come. But the journey to excellence never truly ends. There's always more to learn, more to explore, more to achieve. The path keeps winding, the forest keeps changing, and with each step you grow and evolve. The key is to keep moving forward, to keep striving for better, to keep outclassing your past self. As we journey together through this metaphorical forest, let's embrace the adventure that comes with pursuing excellence. Let's celebrate each step, each milestone, and each lesson learned. Remember, the journey itself is just as important as the destination. The experiences you gather, the wisdom you acquire, and the person you become along the way. These are the true measures of outclassing, of true excellence. So let's continue on this path with determination and optimism, with an open heart and an eager mind. Let's journey together, supporting each other, learning from each other, and growing together. For in this journey to excellence, in this pursuit of outclassing ourselves, we find not just success, but fulfillment, purpose, and an unending quest for personal greatness. In the tapestry of our quest for excellence, there are threads that weave together to form the strategies for success. Let's visualize this journey as a voyage across a vast, uncharted sea. On this voyage, our ship is our determination and our compass, the strategies we employ to navigate these waters. As we set sail, let's explore the essential strategies that guide us towards success, helping us to outclass not just the challenges we face, but our own expectations. That first strategy is akin to setting our sails. It's goal setting and planning. Picture each goal as a distant star guiding us through the night. To reach these stars, we must plot our course carefully. Setting goals isn't just about choosing a destination. It's about understanding the why behind it, the purpose that fuels our journey. It's also about planning, breaking down our journey into manageable segments, just as a navigator charts a course through the sea. Each small step, each short sail brings us closer to our star, to our destination. As we navigate these waters, we must also be prepared to learn and adapt. The sea is ever-changing, calm one moment, stormy the next. Success requires the agility to adapt to these changing conditions. It's about continually learning, absorbing the lessons the sea teaches us. This learning can come from books, experiences, mentors, and even our own mistakes. Like a skilled sailor who learns to read the wind and the waves, we too must learn to read and respond to the changing dynamics of our journey towards success. Another crucial strategy is building resilience. On our voyage, we will undoubtedly encounter storms. These are the challenges and setbacks that seem to push us off course. Building resilience is about strengthening our ship, reinforcing it so that it can withstand these storms. It involves developing a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. It's about holding steady at the helm, even when the waves are crashing over the bow. Remember, it's not the absence of storms that defines our journey, but our ability to sail through them and emerge stronger. As we sail towards success, we also need to maintain our vessel, our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Just as a ship needs regular maintenance to stay seaworthy, we too need to take care of ourselves. This means finding balance, ensuring we have time to rest, to recharge, and to reflect. It's about nurturing our bodies with proper nutrition and exercise, our minds with continual learning and growth, and our spirits with moments of peace and connection. Networking and seeking mentorship are also vital strategies on this journey. Imagine them as lighthouses, providing guidance and illumination in dark or uncertain times. Building a network of peers, mentors, and advisors provides us with support, advice, and encouragement. These relationships are beacons that help us navigate through tricky waters, offering insights and perspectives that we might not have considered. Along this journey, it's also important to stay focused and avoid distractions. The sea is full of sirens, tempting distractions that can lead us off course. Staying focused requires discipline, the ability to keep our eyes on the star we're sailing toward. It's about prioritizing our tasks, managing our time effectively, and staying committed to our course, even when distractions abound. Lastly, embracing innovation and creativity is like catching a favorable wind. In a sea of competition and constant change, innovation is what propels us forward, what sets us apart. It's about thinking outside the traditional routes, exploring new waters, and finding creative solutions to the challenges we face. As our voyage continues, remember that these strategies are not just tools for navigating the sea. They are part of the journey itself. They shape us, mold us, and prepare us to not only reach our destination, but to enjoy the journey itself. In this voyage of success, it's not just about outclassing others. It's about outclassing our previous selves, about becoming more skilled, more resilient, more enlightened sailors than we were when we set sail. So let's embrace these strategies. Let them guide our course as we navigate the vast, beautiful sea of potential that lies before us. With these strategies as our compass, there's no storm we can't weather, no challenge we can't overcome, and no destination we can't reach. Let's sail on towards success, towards excellence, towards a future where we outclass every limit we once set for ourselves. In the unfolding story of our pursuit of excellence, there comes a chapter that speaks of sustaining this hard-earned achievement. Picture this as a journey through a lush, evergreen forest, where sustaining excellence is akin to nurturing and preserving the forest's vitality. As we walk through this verdant landscape, let's explore the enduring practices that keep the forest and our excellence thriving. Maintaining momentum in our journey is like keeping a river flowing steadily through the forest. It's about continuously moving forward, not allowing the waters of our efforts to stagnate. This momentum is fueled by setting new goals, seeking new challenges, and always looking towards the next peak to conquer. Just as a river carves new paths through the landscape, we too must keep carving new paths in our journey towards sustained excellence. It's about not resting on our laurels, but finding new mountains to climb, new dreams to... As we walk through the forest, we see the trees reaching towards the sky, growing every day. This is lifelong excellence, a commitment to continuous growth and learning. It's about being a lifelong student, always curious, always eager to expand our knowledge and skills. Just as the trees in the forest never stop growing, we too must never stop expanding our horizons, sharpening our skills, and deepening our understanding. An essential part of sustaining excellence is also recognizing the importance of balance and renewal. Picture a tree with deep roots and wide branches. Its strength lies not only in reaching upwards, but also in the depth of its roots and the breadth of its rest. Similarly, we must nurture our roots, our core values, our health, and our relationships, while also taking time to rest and rejuvenate. It's about finding a balance between pushing forward and stepping back to recharge, ensuring that we have the energy and the stability to sustain our excellence. Another aspect of sustaining excellence is the cultivation of resilience and adaptability. In the forest, the most resilient trees are those that can bend in the wind, adapting to the ever-changing conditions. Similarly, we must develop the ability to adapt to changing circumstances, to be resilient in the face of challenges and setbacks. This resilience is what allows us to bounce back from failures, learn from our experiences, and continue our journey with renewed strength and wisdom. As we journey through the forest, we also come to understand the importance of contribution and legacy. Just as a healthy forest supports a myriad of life forms, our journey towards excellence should also contribute to the growth and success of others. It's about sharing our knowledge, mentoring others, and giving back to our communities. This contribution is what builds a legacy, a lasting impact that goes beyond our personal achievements and enriches the lives of others. In sustaining excellence, it's also crucial to stay connected to our purpose and passion. These are the guiding stars that keep us on our path, providing direction and motivation. It's about reminding ourselves why we started this journey, what drives us, and what we are passionate about. This connection to our purpose fuels our journey, keeping our steps steady and our hearts engaged. Finally, as we walk through this forest, we realize that sustaining excellence is a journey, not a destination. It's a continuous process of growing, learning, adapting, and contributing. It's about being in harmony with our surroundings, understanding that we are part of a larger ecosystem, and our efforts towards excellence benefit not just ourselves, but the world around us. So, let's continue our walk through this forest with a commitment to sustaining our excellence. Let's keep the river of our efforts flowing, nurture our growth, find balance and renewal, cultivate resilience, contribute to others, stay connected to our purpose, and understand that this journey is a continuous one. In sustaining our excellence, we not only outclass our past selves, but also create a legacy that inspires and uplifts those who walk the path with us and after us. Let's keep walking this path, nurturing our forest of excellence, for in its health and vitality lies our own. As we draw the curtains on our exploration of excellence, let's gather around a warm, inviting campfire, reflecting on the journey we've shared. This campfire, with its comforting glow and gentle warmth, symbolizes the end of our journey together, a time to pause, reflect, and look ahead. Throughout our journey, we've traversed diverse landscapes, from standing at the edge of potential's ocean, through the dense forest of excellence, sailing the seas of success strategies, and nurturing the evergreen forest of sustained achievement. Each of these landscapes has offered us valuable insights, lessons that are not just waypoints, but treasures to carry with us. We start with understanding our potential, realizing that within each of us lies a well of untapped abilities, waiting to be discovered and harnessed. We learned that outclassing is not about surpassing others, but about surpassing our own limitations, about reaching new heights in our personal and professional lives. Then we embarked on the journey to excellence, acknowledging that this path is not linear, but a complex weave of challenges and triumphs. We embraced failures as lessons, recognizing that each setback is a stepping stone to greater success. We celebrated the beauty of continuous growth, understanding that excellence is not a static state, but an ongoing pursuit. In strategizing for success, we recognize the importance of setting goals, adapting to change, and building resilience. We acknowledge that the journey to success is as much about the strategies we employ as it is about the journey itself. We learn to value the balance between pushing forward and pausing to recharge, understanding that this balance is essential for long-term success. As we move through sustaining our excellence, we realize the importance of continuous growth, contribution, and staying true to our purpose. We recognize that sustaining excellence is not just about maintaining our achievements, but about continuously evolving and enriching the lives of those around us. Now, as we sit by this campfire, let's take a moment to reflect on these lessons. Let's internalize them, not just as concepts, but as guiding principles for our lives. The journey to outclassing ourselves is a personal one, filled with unique challenges and victories. It's a journey that requires courage, commitment, and an unwavering belief in our abilities. As we prepare to part ways, let's carry these lessons with us. Let's remember that the journey doesn't end here. It's an ongoing process of learning, growing, and evolving. The path to excellence is one that we walk every day in the choices we make, the challenges we embrace, and the goals we pursue. So let's leave this campfire with a renewed sense of purpose, a strengthened resolve, and a heart full of optimism. The journey ahead is ours to shape, filled with endless possibilities and opportunities to outclass ourselves. Let's step forward with confidence, embracing the journey with all its twists and turns, knowing that in this journey lies our growth, our success, and our legacy. Thank you for walking this path with me, for share in this journey of discovering growth. Remember, the light of excellence burns within each of us, ready to illuminate our path and guide us to greater heights. Let's keep that light burning bright. Today and